welcome, 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 namaste. My name is Naomi and today I'm going to lead you through a life mission statement so that you can really start to feel into your dharma, your calling, what it is that your gifts are, because this is something that I have really been able to feel into myself over the last few years, and it's been such a useful tool to know that sometimes the things that we actually found challenging growing up were actually our gifts. So for example, I'm very talkative and it turns out that my gift is to teach and to be in presence with people, holding space for them and reflecting back. And so actually that is my gift and that's what I'm here to bring. So I would love you to find yourself in a suitable place and space for this session, finding yourself comfortable, finding yourself with a notepad and a pencil. So if you haven't got those things, grabbing them now, and then you can meet me back ready to begin. So if you're ready, then we're gonna write 3 sentences and leave some space in between so that you can write what you need to write when it arises. So we're not answering these questions right now, we're simply just writing the question. So the first question, or the first statement even, as a question, but I meant statement. Statement is, I create a world of line, and then leave a space. I create a world of, and then leave a space. And if you've done that, finding the next statement. I create a world of space by and through space. So this is the ending part. So there's 2 separate parts really. That's why there's 3 overall, I would say. So I create a world of, and then kind of follows on from the previous statement, space by and through space. I create a world of space by and through space. And then when you've done that, you can place your pencil down, pen down, notebook to one side, ready for you to come into this guided session. So to begin with, we're going to really feel into what it means to have safety within the spaces that we're in. So a felt sense. This is really important for the nervous system. So to begin with, even if this is if this is a room that you're in all the time, I'd like you to begin, if you feel you can, to start to look around the room and just really take in every part of the room. So looking at everything really slowly. This can feel quite tedious and you might be wondering why. And the reason why is because our bodies need to feel safe. Our nervous system needs to feel safe. We always need to know certain things, such as when we're in a space, if we're coming into a class, for example, where the nearest toilet is, exit is, who's in the space with us, what the space looks like. So just looking around, up, and just really feeling into the space that you're in, behind you, where everything is. Maybe you pause on something that feels that it brings you more joy. So for example, if there's a light or a candle or the incense, or a plant, and just pausing on that area. And when you feel that you've completed and you've really taken in the space that you're in and you've really soothed that, and as you do it, I know that I'm really building up a sigh, so maybe that there's a sigh that comes out here and just you sink deeper, and that's perfect. And then if you feel you can, then you can close your eyes, or you can just make the gaze neutral. And taking in a breath. I want you to think about the world as it is. What does the world feel like for you overall? What's that overarching feeling that comes through for you when you think about the world? And it's okay, whatever feelings arise for you now, anything that comes up for you. But what is it that you think about? When you think about the world, what does it feel like? What does the world feel like for you? And as you think about that, what is it that you are craving for within this world? What is it that you are really craving for? Maybe it's craving for more of anything at all. Something that you're really craving. Does your mind settle on as you think about this question? What is it that you are craving in the world that you are in? And think about what you chose here for a little moment, the thing that you crave. Think about what that is. And then think about how that this craving is potentially what you are bringing to this world. Thinking about what you chose as what you're craving, and then seeing how this is essentially what you're bringing, what your gifts are. What it is that you're actually looking and striving for more of is essentially what you are bringing to the world. Because this is the easiest thing to access for you, if this is what your mind settled on. This is where your true focus and happiness lies. this within the body. I want you to think about now that this world that you are in, everyone is fulfilled. Everyone's gifts are met. Everyone's needs are met. Everyone has everything that they could ever need. What that world would feel and look like. Everyone's needs are met. Feeling into that. And then thinking about how then you're connecting with yourself within this space. If everyone's needs are met, what are those needs that have been met for you? And essentially, if you feel this within yourself, you feel this within your body, how your needs have been met. And this process will allow you to come into what you would like to create a world of. So in your own time, after thinking about what it is that you craved for, where your focus went for you to have so much happiness. What your gifts were as you thought about those gifts, what those gifts are, how everyone's needs were met and fulfilled, and how your needs were met and fulfilled within this world. How you were connecting in with yourself, how free you are within yourself, within your body here, how free it feels. And then just beginning in your own time to come to the journal and writing down, you've written down, I create a world of, so writing down the next part. What are those feelings? What are those gifts? I create a world of, and just writing here freely, whatever comes to you. Free writing, allowing the subconscious through. And then allowing yourself to continue this writing with the next statement. So I create a world of, and then adding to that, or condensing it into more of a couple of words or a couple of sentences, if you feel that that would be more concise for you. By and through. So how? With what? By and through. on that. And you feel that you need to pause me at any point to continue, then please do. What you're looking for is the overarching energy within this, so you can allow my words to land with your eyes closed or open. What is the overarching energy within the space that you have written today? And essentially thinking about how these are your gifts. This is what you are bringing to the world, because this is what you crave. This is what you feel everyone deserves. These are your gifts. And so this is the dharma. This is your dharma. And so just thinking about how in time your dharma will grow and evolve, and that the answers won't come to you straight away, but in time they will, and it will unfold as you spend more time with yourself and more time with what it is that you need and what it is that you can bring. And so let's just solidify this together, bring it all together. So if you've not tapped before, then feel free to keep the eyes open, or if you have tapped, then you'll know the drill and you can tap. Everyone taps, I think, ever so slightly differently, but I base it on the training that I've had. So beginning at the top of the head, tapping here. I know and can see my gifts are right here in front of me. And even though I'm still perhaps not 100% sure where these gifts will go, or how they will grow, or how they will evolve, I know that to be truly authentic to myself and all that I am and all that I bring, then I simply have to open my heart to whatever it is that's ready to come through at any given point. Because essentially the universe is unfolding for me, and essentially the universe already had the path paved for me and the gifts that I bring when I first arrived here in this body, when the soul came into my body with its first breath. And I simply am here to allow everything to unfold. And even though I know that things change, perspectives change, focuses change, I can feel into what I've written today as potentially, probably, likely my overarching gift to this world, however that comes through with whatever I do. And that in time I will be able to see how this gift allows me to be myself completely and utterly, and then allows for those who truly align to come into my life. That my dharma is right here, and my path is never ending, continuously unfolding, but I'm right here exactly where I'm meant to be. No rush, no push, no pull, just right here, right now. And resting the hands down, closing the eyes if you feel called. Setting a seed of intention in the belly here, in the womb space, in the womb energy, in the hara. Breathing into this seed, and you're setting a seed as if you're planting a seed in a pot. And so this seed is something that you want to birth through and allow to come through and unfold and grow. So everybody births, every being births, doesn't matter gender, whatever you're born with, it doesn't matter. This is essentially an energetic birthing of an intention for something that can continue on after this session. So planting a seed in the womb space and allowing it to grow underneath the breath. How it grows and starts to flow into this growing seed, this new intention. Whatever the seed of intention is, maybe it's a word, maybe it's something to do, maybe it's to make yourself a cup of tea after this. And then as you allow the seed to grow under the breath, it becomes too big to house within the belly, within the womb, wherever you're growing that seed. And it needs to birth out into the universe, so allowing it out and through. So it can come out wherever. I like to birth mine down the cervical canal, out of the yoni, and I almost imagine it to be repotted into the earth, just as if you were repotting a plant. Giving it to her, giving it to Mother Earth to grow the plant on even further. Asking for her support in this way. Inhaling and exhaling and honouring yourself for taking this time, and you can come back to this process whenever you need. It's super useful to come back to and see how it changes and adjusts. Opening the eyes whenever you're ready. Loving you, honouring you for wherever you are on your path. Namaste.